functionality. Okay. And where will JavaScript stay? Or CSS code stayed inside a style tag, right? Our JavaScript is going to stay inside a script tag. So first, let's add our JavaScript, which was we created a file, we called it index.js. And how did we link it to the HTML? Anybody remember? Send it to me in the chat box if you remember. I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds to type. So type fast or unmute. Yes, correct. I'm going to copy paste your code so that you can know how perfect your code works. Congrats. That's how you link your index.js to index.html. Uh, what next? You think did this, right? In web dev, every time you think you're right, you can't say for sure. There's a 50% chance that that's all you are. You're just thinking you're right. So let's test this. How do we test it? What is something I suggested yesterday? Do you guys remember? If you remember this, I'd be actually quite surprised. Send me the code. How did I test this? What did I type here yesterday to test if my linking worked properly? Hmm. Yes, good answer. That's actually not what I did, but that's a good idea. That's actually usually what I do. Uh, yeah, console.log. So, hi. So yes, it worked. Okay. That is one nice way to test it. But for that, you have to open console and all now. So sometimes what I do is I just do document.write. Hey, with this, I can see if hi pops up at the bottom. Yeah, okay. Console.log hi is honestly quite better, but yeah, whatever. So next, what do we do next? We added content to the box, right? How did we do that? Somebody tell me. How did we add these 49 boxes? First, we referred to board. How did we refer to this board div? Tell me that. What was it? Someone unmute and tell me this. It will take too long. For loop is the correct answer. That's how we added boxes in. Someone tell me this code. Unmute first. Do you guys have permission to unmute? Yes, I think you do. First. You guys have 5 seconds before I just do it myself. Yes. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to copy paste your code now. Yes, so that's how I refer to board. And then, like Bhadri said, for int I, not int I, let I equal to 0, I less than, what was the number? 49, I plus plus. We created a div. How do we do that? Const box equal to document dot create element div. We created a div. Then we gave this box the class. What's the class? Box. And then what did we do? Box. Good. We did board dot append child box. Now we have 49 boxes. Now let's make this slightly more efficient. Right? Efficient, not really, but let's make this work in a way that we'll use it more later. Instead of doing 49 boxes just like that, how many rows are in this? Someone quickly tell me. How many rows and how many columns do I have here? 7 rows, yes. And how many columns? 7, yes. So how will I do this? I will create an outer loop where I is going from 0 to 7. I'll create an inner loop. Okay. In this j will go now from 0 to 6, which is 7 iterations. And I will put this content inside the second for loop. Same output I'm getting. because this one happens 7 times, and each time this happens 7 times, right? So before we continue with functionality, let's make sure you guys all understand what is happening when I run these loops. When in my I loop, what happens? First time my I loop starts, we have I is equal to 0. And first time j comes, j is equal to 0. For 0, comma 0, we create this box. Then j will become 1. We create this box. And then we keep going until j is 6, at which point we create this box. Then I gets incremented to 1 and j starts off again from 0. We get this box. 1, 1. We get this box. And then we keep going on until we reach 6, comma 6, which is this final corner, right? Now, one interesting thing that happens when you use two loops like this, each for each box, the value of I will tell you which row it is, and the value of j will tell you which column it is, right? Are you guys able to follow so far? Give me like a hand raise if you understood so far. Okay, nice. So you guys understood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this data in my boxes. Okay. How will I do that? I do box.dataset.row equal to I, box.dataset.column equal to j. Okay. Now, what's the point of this? This is so that afterwards in my code, anytime my JavaScript is reading through it, every cell knows which row and which column it is in. Okay. Give me a hand raise now if you understood everything so far. Good. That's a bunch of hand raises. So now we created this. Now we need a way for our JavaScript to track all of this, right? How are we going to do that? You can drop your hands by the way. How are we going to make JavaScript track all of this? We need to store all of these boxes in JavaScript as well, right? So we'll put it into a list. How do we do that? We say let pieces equal to an empty list at first. Now, every time we get a row, we will create another uh, array, list. Let's call it let row equal to an empty thing. Okay. So every time we are creating a box here, we'll do row dot push box. And once we come out of the loop, we'll do pieces dot push row. So now, can anyone guess list in this context, list and array is the same? Yes. Okay. So what are we doing over here? What's this code going to do? What this code is going to do is whenever you get a piece, first your I loop starts at 0, right? We started off with empty array called pieces. And then when you start here, you create first an empty array called row. Okay. Now we create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes. Oh, that M and U is because of Git tracking. You can ignore that by the way. So anyway, we create 7 boxes. So into this row array, these 7 boxes get added. You get 1, 2, and like that all the way up to our 7th box. Okay. After that, what I do, I put this row array into my pieces array. This is my pieces array. So now what happens? My pieces array is now going to become an array with this row array inside of it. Okay. Now we do that again for the second row. Now, after that, our pieces array is going to become an array with the first element being the first row and the second element being the second row. Okay. And we keep doing this for all 7 rows until finally our pieces array is an array where the first index will tell you your first row and up to your last index telling you your last row. Okay, are you guys all able to follow up till now? Give me a hand raise if you understood. If you didn't understand something, unmute or ask in chat box. Go on, give me a hand raise if you understood. If not, ask me a doubt. Hey, only 8, at least 10. One more. Okay, nice. Now we have 10 hand raises. Since I don't have any doubts, I'm going to assume that everybody else is understanding and not raising hand. You guys can drop your hands. Okay. So this is what this is. Okay, this is what we're doing for the pieces array. Okay. So can you repeat from yesterday? I did actually. Were you joining late? Oh, okay, you joined late. Basically, we linked index.js by using this script tag. Okay, so now our JavaScript is linked to the HTML. Then after that, we created a for loop and added 49 boxes into this board element with that. Okay, that how did we do it? We created an element. We gave it the class box and we added it to the board. How did we identify the board? Using this get element by ID. Okay. After that, what did we do? We created this list called pieces. And then every time our I is running, we created a list called row. We added all 7 boxes to the row and then added the row to the pieces list. So now let's console.log the pieces list. Okay. Let's show you guys how the pieces list looks like. As you can see, so 0 and 0 will give you the 0, 0th element. Suppose I want to go to this element. Okay. Can somebody send in the chat which index is this going to be in my pieces array? Which row is this? Someone send in chat which row is this? Yes, this is row 5. Yes, row index 5 because it is the 6th row. Okay. In JavaScript and basically every programming language, your indexing starts at 0. So this is row 0 is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is row 5. And which column is this? Give me the index. Column index 4. Yes, correct. So if you go to 5, comma 4, then you get this div. Cool, right? So what this is it's called a 2D matrix or a 2D array. Okay. So we use a matrix to uh, resemble this because why do we do it? Because it looks like a matrix, honestly. This looks very much like a matrix, right? So how do you access something in this 2D matrix? We can give the row as the first element. So something like 4. Okay. Because that's what is that will help us select the row. And then to find the column, we give it the next element. What is that going to be? Let's say 5. Okay, what was it in our last example? 5, 4, right? Row 5, column 4. Okay. So now if you check the console, it gives us this box. So are you guys able to understand how we can refer to any box in the grid? Are you guys all clear with this? If you are, give me like a hand raise. How to check console? Okay, you can check console by either right clicking and pressing inspect or pressing F12 on your keyboard. Okay, that will open your inspect element. You can select console. If you're on Chrome, it'll probably have like a different thing to do the same. Since most of you are on Chrome, let me just open it once in Chrome and also show you. Yeah, this is Chrome. This is how your thing will show up. You can press console here. Okay. I'm using Firefox, by the way. You guys can drop your hands. So I hope you guys all understood how we can refer to any element in this pieces array and pieces matrix now, not array anymore. Okay, so we have this pieces matrix. We know how to refer to an element. So what are we going to do now? We have to add functionality. How do we add functionality? Let's discuss this first on code. I mean, on this. Do you guys want like a screenshot of this? Raise your hand if you want a screenshot of this. Oh, okay, if you guys want it, I'll send it. Okay, so I've sent you guys the screenshot. Let's go back to discussing now. Divya Banu, you can drop your hand. Like all of you guys, you can drop your hand. Yeah, coming back to this, let me explain to you now how the game logic is going to work. Okay, we delete all of this, we put this here. What do we do now? We have to, yes, okay. What we do now? We have to add functionality. What's our functionality going to be? Suppose I click on any cell in this column. Okay, any cell I click on this column, what it should do is it should spawn a coin here at the bottom of the column. That's how Connect 4 works, right? If you guys don't know how Connect 4 works, that's how Connect 4 works. Okay, I have to drop a coin here. So what are the parts of doing this? Okay, let's split our problem. Hey, why is this canvas so small? Okay, so what's our problem? And what's our work going to be? What we're going to do on clicking drop coin in column. Okay, so on clicking. So what do we have to do for that first? First, we have to detect that somebody has clicked it, right? So first, let's solve this part of the problem. How are we going to do that? Well, luckily for us, JavaScript has this amazing thing called onClick. So .onClick equal to, we can give it some function. Okay, so let's say clicked. Now we have to define this clicked function, right? So let's make the function. In JavaScript, this is how we would define a function. Okay. Now, how will this clicked function know with what has been clicked? Thanks that it can find out thanks to this argument called event, which is passed to every function that is called with an onClick function. Okay. So let's console.log event. Okay. let's see what happens. So I click this. This is all the information that I can get with console.log event. What does that mean? I can get page X and Y. This is my X and Y coordinate of my mouse. I can get who's the target. I can get who's the target again, like a different way. This is something that we are going to use. We are going to find out who the target is, what we clicked. Suppose I clicked here. I get this is the target. Suppose I click in this corner. I get that as the target. Okay. So are you guys all able to understand on click and event? Raise your hand if you did. That's well, bro. Then after that, we mix the powder in the bowl. Is there anything you want to say? Like, after that, okay, guess not. Okay, you guys can drop your hands. So I hope you guys all understood what on-click and event is, right? Okay, can I repeat? Okay, so what we want to do first is find out that when somebody has clicked somewhere, we have to find out that he has clicked, right? How are we going to find out if the user has clicked somewhere? We add this on-click property to every box, and we can say that every time somebody clicks the box, call this function called clicked. Okay, so now every time I click here, it's going to do whatever is given in our clicked function. Okay, so if I click on this box, it calls the click function. If I click on this box, it calls the click function. Okay, now every function that is working with on click will be given this as a parameter. Okay, so what is that? Event. What is event going to tell us? Event is going to give us like a bunch of information about the thing that is being clicked. So if I click this, it says, first of all, it says it was clicked. Then it tells us what was clicked. And then it gives us a bunch of other information. Okay, Jyoti, is your doubt cleared? Are you able to understand this now? Nice. Once more, everybody, raise your hand if you understood. Come on, raise your hand if you understood. Nice, 10 plus. That's enough for me. Okay. So continuing. Now we found out this part, right? We finished this part on clicking. We got the click. Now we can come to this part next. Okay, actually, let's do this as well. Now our second part is drop a coin, right? So let's do that. So when I click on something, if you remember in our click thing, target is going to tell us what I clicked, right? After let's drop a coin there. So how are we going to do that? We're going to say first, if you have to drop a coin in there, you have to create a coin, right? Let's create a coin. Const, that was a bad spelling. Const coin is equal to document dot create element coin. Okay, that's not coin. Sorry, it will be a div. Right, we are going to create a div. Now this div, we are going to give it the class as coin. And now what are we going to do? We are going to event dot target dot append child coin. What is this doing? We are creating a coin. We're giving it the coin class name so that it gets all the CSS properties that we gave. And then we append it into our target. What's our event dot target? Oh, basically whichever box I clicked. So now whenever I click on a box, it should add a coin there. So if we save this, I clicked here, I got a coin here. Clicked here, I got a coin here. Click here, I get a coin here. I click here, I get a coin here. I click here, I get a coin here. Are you guys able to understand so far? Give me a hand raise, yes. What does append child do? What append child does is it adds this element as a child to whichever element I write in this left. So to this left wala element, it will append this thing that is inside the bracket as a child. What is the meaning of a child node? If a node is being covered by another node, it's a child node. So this is the parent. So this will be the parent and this will be the child. Okay. Why event.target? Because event.target is the thing that I clicked. Event.target is going to mean the div that I clicked. Okay. I missed your count. So everybody raise your hand again, whoever understood. Nice. Okay. So Yamini and Nirav, are both of your doubts cleared? Okay, Nirav said yes. Yamini, can you explain the function part? Uh, okay, so function part as in you want me to function explain what's inside or you want me to explain what this is? Vaishnavi. Okay. So basically what box.onClick does is that if you click on any box, then it will call this function called clicked. Okay. Now in our clicked function, we are giving it one parameter called event. Event is going to tell us a bunch of stuff about what just happened. So if we console.log event, it will tell us a bunch of stuff. It's going to tell us what element we clicked. It's going to give us some other information as well. But for this course, uh, this is all that we need. Why does it become elongated? Because append child adds it to the end of the child. Okay. So suppose even if I click it a bunch of times, it's just going to keep appending child, going to keep appending coins. Okay. We'll get to fixing that later. Okay. So don't worry about that. It happens in my screen as well. So now what did we do? We appended child. We added a coin every time someone clicks on a box. Okay. So you guys understood till here. What next? So we finished drop coin, right? Now we have to drop it in that column. What is the meaning of dropping it in the column? It means multiple things. First of all, it means we have to go to where in the column. We have to go to bottom of the column. Okay, so let's call this 3A. And what's the second part of this? Call it 3B. We have to make sure. Okay, Sairam gave a great explanation. Okay, 3B, what's it going to be? We dropped a coin to the bottom of the column. And just like how Pratyush noticed, it's going to keep adding circles in the same place, right? You have to make sure that it goes to a free node, right? It should go to a free box. So first let's do 3A. Okay. How do we do that? We can't just add it to event.target. We have to add it to the bottom of this column, right? So what do? We don't do this. We remove this line. We say, how do we find out which column we clicked? Guys, any guesses? Is there any property we gave somewhere here which tells us which column the box is in? Quick, 10 seconds. Event tells us which box is it. Yes, this item we gave here. We told the box which column it is in, right? With dataset.call. So how can we access it? We can say event.target.dataset.call. What is the meaning of this? The box that I clicked, which is event.target, in the dataset for that box, tell me what column it is. Okay. So let's see how this works. Console.log. If you see here, let's look at my console. I click here, it says 6. I click here, it says 0. I click here, it says 3. It works perfectly, right? So this tells us which column it is in, right? And now what is going to be the bottom of that column? Which row is at the bottom of that column? Type it quick. Okay, let's see which row is here. This is the highest row. This is row number 0. Next is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So row number 6 is at the bottom, right? So do you say something or are you unmuted accidentally? Okay. Hey, oh, I think I mute myself instead of her? Whatever. Okay. So we have to put this at the bottom of the column, right? And which is at the bottom of the column, row number 6. So what we are going to do instead of this is we are going to say pieces row. Which row? 6th row, right? And which column is it? Event dot target dot dataset dot call dot append child coin. Did you guys understand this needlessly long line of code? Give me a hand raise if you understood. Hey, only 2 people understood. So why piece is 6? Because the 6th row is the bottom, right? So what is this doing? Pieces is our array store, is our matrix storing all of these 49 coins. So we say pieces may the 6th row, which is pieces 6, column that is stored in the box that I clicked. In that piece, append the coin. Okay. So what does it happen? If I click here, it will first go to the last row, then it will go to the column that was clicked, and it will append the coin there. Okay, so even if I click here, it will append the coin at the bottom. We still have that issue of elongation, but it still works, right? Okay, everybody understood? Give me like one more hand raise. Nice. Okay. Now that all of you understood this much, let's see now what next. What is the problem again? Like, okay, wait, let's go back to our paint file first. We finished going to the bottom, right? This is also done. So 3A is done. Now we have to solve this problem of 3B. We have to check if it's free or not, right? How do we check if it's free or not? We can just start from the bottom. Okay. We can see if there's a coin. There is a coin here. So we don't go here. We go one row up, right? So we start from 6. If there is a coin, then we go to 5. If there is a coin in 5, then we go to 4. And we keep going on to that until finally we reach a point where there is no coin, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Yes, nice. Okay. So how are we going to do that? What we do is, how can we go from 6 to the top? We can do a for loop for that. For let I equal to 6, I less than, no, I greater than or equal to 0, I plus plus. Now, can someone tell me why this I greater than or equal to 0 part is there? Quick, someone unmute. Ideally, is anyone ready to unmute? Raise your hand if you're ready to unmute.
Yeah, I guess it's going from
Yes,
6 to 0, right? That's why it
yeah,
should be, I should be greater always till it reaches
yes.
0.
Also
And
Gautam, you're
I
right,
guess
it's I minus minus.
I'm minus 2, right? Huh?
Yes. And why should it be greater than or equal to 0? What's the problem if it goes to -1? Like, why did we select 0 as the top? Can someone tell me? Yes, that's the thing. Because 0 is over here. Any higher doesn't matter, right? It's going to be an error. Or we're going to start getting outputs that we don't want. We only want to check from here to here. If everything is full, then give up, don't put a piece, right? So that's why we do I is equal to 6 and greater than equal to 0. And what do we do? We do pieces I dot append child. Now we are still missing something, right? Is -1 equal to 6 as Python? Not in JavaScript. That in JavaScript just gives an error. Okay. But even if it was equal to -6, it's still going to do something that we don't want, right? So that's why we still do greater than equal to 0. Now we can add this to pieces I. But now we have to add our condition. And before that, this line is just long for no reason, right? Let's make this one smaller. I don't want to write event dot target dot this one there. So let's just make a const call equal to this. Okay. That from now on, I don't have to write that. I can just write call. Okay. So what are we going to do? We have to check if something has a coin in it. Okay. So before we go to that, let's go here. Let's go to one edge so that I have space. Okay. So how do we know if a box has a coin in it? How do we identify a coin? Can someone tell me in our code? How do we know something is a coin? What is special about the coin that every coin has and no other element has? Quick, someone try guessing. 10 seconds like usual. Yes. And what is the class, Advait? Yes, the class coin. So we have to check if for every box in that column, we're going to check if there's a element with the class coin. How do we do that? We use something called query selector. Okay. Now let's check docs for what query selector is. Now you can see a lot of websites. A lot of you will like Geeks for Geeks and W3 schools. My suggestion personally, use W3 schools if it's for very beginner stuff because they have very nice examples and all. But anything beyond that, 90% of the time, use MDN web docs. They are the best docs for everything web. Their CSS docs, I just love it. Okay. I'll just show you a quick example before we this is just a distraction. You don't mind if you can't understand, but like live examples tell you exactly what is happening. Wow. Okay. Going back. Query selector. What does it do? It takes a selector. Okay. This must be a valid CSS selector string. So usually that's a class or an ID. Okay. And return value is an element object containing the first element in the document that matches the specified set of selectors. Okay. So what is this going to do? So if we run this thing, we do uh, we do event dot target. Okay. Dot Query selector, right? No. Wait. Can someone guess what this is? Can someone guess what we'll have to do in query selector? Quick, quick. Yes, we'll have to put coin there, but that is a 3-minute old reply. Shit, I accidentally gave you guys the answer. But still, quick, quick, tell me what would the syntax be like? This is the syntax. Okay, so tell me quick. Hey, no replies only. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you what we do. We do event dot target dot query selector, and we give the selector, which is dot coin. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? This left hand side of query selector, this part is what you want to search in. Okay. And this right hand part of it. Okay, wait, attendance. Give me a minute, I'll be back. Okay, hello, I'm back. I'm audible now, right? Okay, nice. So what do we have inside the brackets? Inside the brackets, we have the selector. What's a selector? It's basically like what we used in CSS. A quick revision on that as well. Hashtag is to select an ID. Dot is to select a class. Okay. Let me quickly send a screenshot of this as well. Okay, back to this. So this here, yeah, this here is the selector, which is the class coin. And this here is what we are going to search in. So if we check if event.target has coin in it. Okay. So let's not actually console.log this. Okay, wait, actually let's console.log this. And let's remove this for loop for now. Make this 6. Okay. So what's going to happen? If I click here, what am I going to get? Someone guess. Quick, quick, 10 seconds. Will it return something or will it return nothing? Okay, it's going to return nothing because there's nothing inside, right? So my query selector is going to return null. Okay. Now when I click this, what is it going to return? Any guesses?
Coin.
Yes, it's going to return the ID of this coin. This is 6 call is undefined. What? Oh, that's where I clicked on the coin. Sorry. See, gives me the coin. Cool, right? If I click it again, it'll give me the coin. If I click here now, quick, someone tell me what will it give?
Null.
Yes, you're right. Now, if I click here, what's it going to give?
The div class coin.
Yes, correct. And which coin? This coin, this coin. Left or right?
Right one.
Yes, because I clicked on the right one. Cool, right? So that's how query selector works. So what are we going to do? We are not going to do event.target, right? Okay. So you understood how query selector works, right? So what are we going to do in our for loop? What we are going to do in our for loop is we are going to check for every row if there's a coin. How will we do that? Pieces I to say this row call dot query selector coin. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm going to make a small change in the code so that you guys can see some cool stuff. Event dot target dot dataset dot row. Okay, so now what I made the code do is every time I click is ignore this output for now. It's going to put a circle there. Okay. So now can someone guess what will happen if I click here? 10 seconds for you to guess. Yeah.
Nothing, right?
Why would it do nothing? See, what's going to happen when I click there is when I click here, this for loop is going to log my query selector output for each of these rows from bottom to top. Okay. So what are we going to do? If I click here, anywhere in this column, what's going to happen is first it's going to check here. Okay. In this row, query selector is going to return yes, because this circle is here. Then it's going to go to this row. It's going to return another div class coin. Then it's going to reach here. It's going to say null. Here, null, 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 null. Okay. So if you check it out, it says coin, coin, and then 5 nulls. Cool, right? Now can someone guess what will happen if I click here? Quick. I'm going to give you 20 seconds for this because it's kind of long. So if it gives me div class coin, print type coin. Okay. And if it gives me null, just type in. Okay. So for example, if it is this one, my console output I'm going to say is n n n n coin n n. Okay. Why is it going to be that? Because null, 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 coin, null, null. See, 4 nulls, coin, 2 nulls. So can someone guess for this? Quick 20 seconds. Coin, coin, null, coin, null, null, coin, null, null. Yes, Harimada, you got it perfectly correct. Coin, coin, null, null, coin, null, null. Nice. So that's exactly what's going to happen. Let's already clear console side. Okay, anyway, now it's going to work. Coin, coin, 2 nulls, coin, null, null. Congrats, you guys got it right. So did you guys all understand what query selector is doing? Can you guys raise your hand if you understood what query selector is doing? Okay, I'll explain. So what we are using here is we are going to use this thing called query selector. Okay, what is query selector do? What is to the left is what the query selector is going to work on. Okay, so for every pieces I call, which is what the piece that is on the row I and column call, we are going to use the query selector and see if it has an object which has the class coin. Why are we checking class coin? Because it's a dot. This dot means class. Okay. Nirav, are you able to understand so far? Okay, let's continue. So what we are doing now is that every time I click anywhere, this function gets called. What's going to happen that time? I'm going to check for every row here. I'll tell you that exactly. So for every row here, starting from row number 6 up to row number 0, we're going to check if for pieces row call whether it has coin. Okay. So here, when I did this, it just printed 7 nulls. Why? Because there was nothing in all of them. Now, if I click here, what will happen? This is going to return null because there's nothing in it. This row is going to return coin because there's a coin here. This row is going to return null because there's nothing. And the same way, null everywhere here. So for example, if I click here, I get I get 6 more nulls. I get 1 null, I get coin, and then I get 5 more nulls. Bye bye. Why? Because this was empty before, this had a coin, and then 5 of these are empty. Okay. Nirav, were you able to understand now? Okay, column returns it. What do you mean column returns it? Can you unmute? I think that might make things easier if your mic works well. Yes, it's going in the vertical one because we fixed the column to be event.target.dataset.call. What is event.target? The box that we clicked. Dataset.call is its column. It's okay. So dataset.call is its column. We set it long back here when we initialized. Okay. And what are we doing with the rows? We start from I is equal to 6 and we keep reducing I until I becomes 0, right? So what are we doing? We are starting from I is equal to 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And for that, what are we doing? Pieces 6 call. What is the meaning of that? The piece on the 6th row in the column that I clicked. In that, I'm going to query selector for the class coin. So if it has a coin in it, what is the meaning of that? It has a div in it, which has the class coin. So if it does have the class, it's going to return that coin. If it does not have it, I'm going to get null. Okay. And so I'm going to do this for all the rows, row 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So when you come to row number 6, when I clicked here, first row, I mean my 6th row is the row pieces 6 call, which this piece. Does it have a coin? Yes. So it's going to return this coin. This row. Does it have a coin? Yes. So it's going to return this coin. This one, does it have a coin? No. So how does the computer tell us no? It says it by telling null. Did you understand? Okay. So Nirav, can you quickly tell me what will happen if I click on this row again? What would be my output? Coin and finals. Yes, perfect. See, if I click it, coin finals. So now all of you raise your hand if you understood. Nice. Okay. Let's go on then. So now what are we going to do? We found out that when we reach something that does not have a circle, it's going to return null, right? So what do we have to do? When it returns null, we are going to place our piece, right? So what are we going to do for that? So if this is null, then drop a coin there, right? Is this perfect? Now, what's the problem if we leave it just like this? I'll show you the problem actually. What's our issue? Guess, quick. Coin is placing on the topmost row. Yes. Why? Any ideas? No idea, right? So how do we work on this? What do we do when when you have code working not like we wanted it to? What we do is we write a bunch of console logs. Okay. Trust me, you try a lot of stuff, eventually you just realize best way to debug console log. So here we're going to see what this thing gives output. And then we are going to see log yes. Okay. So we're going to see what output we get. And let's also see which piece is giving that. Okay, I didn't write log here. So what are we going to print for everything? First, we're going to print the piece. Then we are going to print what is the output for query selector. And then we are just going to print something if it goes inside this if statement. We do have debug, but like that's going to find some issues, but like honestly, this is the fastest way. So now what happened for us? So we started here, we got null, we got yes. Went here, we got null, we got yes. We went here, we got null, we got yes. We don't want that to happen, right? When we start here and get null, we got yes. We don't want to go to the next one. We placed our coin, right? So what are we going to do to fix that? Did you guys understand what was the issue we were having just now? The issue we were having is we just never stopped our for loop, right? We appended the coin. Found a place where we can append the coin, and we just didn't stop. We just went to the next one. So what are we going to do? We're going to add break. What is break going to do? Break is going to tell the for loop, fine, stop. You found it, place the coin, stop searching for more. Break out of this for loop. Okay. This one statement is going to save this code. So now what's happening? Now we're going to start from the bottom row. If there is no coin, that's the meaning of this. If there's no coin, then put a coin there. Okay. And then stop searching. Then if I click this again, first one, there is a coin. So it's not going to pass this if statement. If I then it will check for the next one, fifth row. Yes, there is no coin. It will place a coin. I'm going to keep doing that. Cool, right? Now, if you just notice this issue that I got, I press this, it's not working. Can anyone guess why? 10 seconds for you to make a guess. Okay, if I click here, it works. But if I click here, it does not work. I'm clicking, okay, trust me. You can probably hear my mouse. It does not work. I don't get a coin. Why? Yes, it has a coin address, but then you should place a coin here now. If I click here, it works. But if I click here, it doesn't. Only works on null. Yes, but null is coming now. Null should come for this. Clicking here, I'm clicking this column. Coin class is already there. I mean, even if I click here, coin class is already there. Here I click, it works. Here I click, it doesn't. Break also is not the issue. It's something that's so stupid. When I was making this, I got stuck there. You know what's the issue? If I click here, let's just do this. I'm going to, oh yeah, it won't show you that either. See, if I click there, you know what gets clicked? This, the coin, not the box. Okay. And for the box, I have it so that if you click on it, it'll call the function. But is there any on click for coin? No, exactly, Advait. Target was the issue. Because box, if I click, it'll call the clicked function. If I clicked on box, it calls the click function. But if I click on a coin, it doesn't do anything. So how do we fix this? Quick, somebody tell me how we can fix this. 10 seconds. Yes, exactly. Write an on-click function for coin. So I do coin dot on click equal to clicked. Now, this is going to give me an error now whenever I click. And you could decrease the hitbox for coin, and that would work, but that's more pain than just putting this. But this won't completely fix it. Now I get this. Pieces I call is undefined. What's the problem with this? Why do I have this issue? Coin dot on click equal to clicked is the correct answer. But now, when you do this, you have to realize that it should satisfy everything here. This part is fine, this part is fine, this part is fine. Over here, we have event.target.dataset.call. Have we ever given the column to coin? No, right? So we have to give this as well. So coin.call, I mean .dataset.call equal to event.target.dataset.call. Do you guys understand this part? This line of code? Raise your hand if you understood this. Okay, then quick, someone either unmute and tell me what this line is doing, or else type it in chat box. Tell me what is this line doing. Dataset is just a way to store data in this div. So like for all of our boxes, we did .dataset.call equal to j, right? Because of that, over here, when I clicked on the box, I could access its column by seeing dataset.call. Okay, Nirav? Okay. So what is this line doing is, I'm telling the coin that from now on, your dataset.call, your dataset column is going to be the same column as the column of the box that I selected. Okay. And now if I save this, it should work. Yes. Oh, wait. Even now there's something off. I click it once, two things appear. Why is that happening? It's executing both click commands. Okay, now Gautam is saying probably it's working for box and for this. How could we test that? Let's console.log event. Okay, let's full screen. So the first time it's being called by box. So that's chill. Second time being called by coin, it's being called by coin again. Why is it being called by coin again and again? No idea, right? Now what do we do? We're stuck in this dilemma. We don't know what is happening. We don't know why. Function recurring. Why is it recurring though? When you get stuck in something like this, you don't know what to do. You copy this. You we copy this entire JS. You open this beautiful thing called ChatGPT. You say this, not this. This is my JS for Connect for game I am making. When I click a coin, it adds 2 coins to my column. Why? Copilot's also good. Any AI. I just use ChatGPT calls. I like it. So, what's it telling me? It's telling me to remove this coin dot on click. Is it kind of? It's not cheating. Why is it cheating? You're not writing an exam. You're writing program for a code that you're. So let's give me a solution I don't like. So let's make it even. But I remove this. When I click on the coin, no coins are added. I don't know what's up. Why is my enter not sending the message? Interesting thing it gave, right? Hmm. That's not going to work either. So unfortunately for us, ChatGPT did not give us a solution, but we fixed it. How did we fix it? Honestly, even I don't know at this point. Just fixed itself. Good luck. I think it has to do with. Okay. Interesting. It just fixed itself. Welcome to web dev. I don't know why it fixed itself. It was not supposed to fix itself. My previous code had coin dot on click equal to coin. I don't know what's happening. Congrats. Anyways, you guys understood so far. We added coins, right? Now we have to give the coins the color of the person who's playing right now, right? How do we do this? Wait, did everyone understand so far? Yes, Gautam, I agree. Yeah, except for that coin being weird. Everything else can. Everyone raise your hand if you understood so far the logic of adding a coin when I click on a column. Raise your hand if you understood. Only 8 people understood it. And honestly, even I got confused by it. Okay, nice. A lot of people understood. You can drop your hands now. Okay, let's move on then. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Uh, we place the coins. Now we have to give the coin the color of the player who's playing first. The first player is always going to be red. So we are going to say let player equal to red. Okay. Now, what are we going to do is whenever we add a coin, we're going to give this coin the color of the player whose chance it is. Okay. So coin dot class name equal to coin. Coin dot class name equal to wait, sorry, coin plus space. I can just put the space here plus player. Okay. Are you guys able to understand what this is doing? I wrote coin, I put a space, and then I'm going to give it the class of the color it's getting. In this case, it's red. Okay. So if I press this, it has both the class coin and red. Raise your hand if you understood this. How did I give this the colors? Only 6 people understood. Hey, everyone raise your hand whoever understood. Okay, nice. More than 10 people understood. Okay, and now before we go to this, let's go back to our checklist. We finished the free part as well. So now we have finished adding a coin to the column on clicking. I will screenshot this and send it to you on WhatsApp as well. Okay, you understood this part. Now what we have to do, we have to alternate the colors, right? How are we going to alternate the colors? We are going to say if player equal to red, player equal to yellow, else player equal to red. You guys understand this? What we're doing is if the current player is red, we change him to yellow. If he's not red, that means currently the player is yellow. So we change him to red. Okay. So with this, we should start getting alternate colors. But this runs into an issue. Once I reach the top, I clicked again. This part will run. And now it's red's chance again. Yellow clicks here, red chance. We don't want this to happen, right? If the coin does not get placed, we don't want the swap to happen. Correct? So first, to make things look better, I'm going to create a function called swap. Okay. Let's call it function swap player and put this if statement here. Now we're going to use something called a flag. Okay. So we're going to say flag equal to false at first. Okay. So what is this? We say at first we just assume that nothing has been placed. If the flag is true, it means that some coin has been placed. Okay. So okay, let's not call it flag. Let's make it even easier. Is placed. Is coin placed? Okay. Is the coin placed at first? No, it's not. So what do we do? If coin is placed, then swap player. Cool, right? So if the coin is not placed, we'll not swap the. Now, when we place the coin, which is here, we make this equal to true. Did you understand this part? Raise your hand if you understood it. If you didn't, go ahead and ask it out or just ask me to repeat in chat. Okay. But basically, what do we do here? We initially say that nothing has been placed. And if a coin is placed, then we say that yes, a coin has been placed. And only if a coin has been placed, we will swap players. Raise your hand again if you understood. I did not see the number. Raise. Nice, more than 10 people. Good. Okay. So now if you see this, what? Why? What's the issue here? This is going to be such a stupid thing. It's going to be such a funny thing. Try to guess, try to guess. I know exactly what is wrong. Now I'm going to ask. Yes, exactly, Gautam. This is not supposed to be const. It should be var. Because if it's a constant, its value is never going to change. Now it'll work. Now see, red is on top, so next chance should be yellow. Yellow. Yellow is on top, next chance should be red. I clicked. It's still working. So it does not swap unless a coin is placed. Very nice, right? So now we're placing even the coins as we want it. Nice. So have you all understood so far? Raise your hand if you understood. Okay, nice. We are going to take a break until 10 o'clock now. It's 7 minutes of break. I'm actually going to start at sharp 10. So come back at that time. We have only one function left. Congrats. I'm going to drink water. My throat hurts. Okay, it's 10. And no, this is not HTML, CSS, JS actually. This is made with React. Uh, you learn that in Code and Conquer, by the way, if you join. And yeah, talking about Code and Conquer, I hope everybody is back and we'll have like a short advertisement for Code and Conquer. Sairam?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, Sairam, we can hear you.
Can you see this photo I'm presenting?
Yes.
So hi guys, this is Sairam, computer programming lead at Chef, and so I would like to introduce you to an two-day event that's conducted by System and Chef, it's called Code and Conquer. So if there's someone who's curious about web development, back-end development, or even hacking or something, like you wouldn't want to miss this. And it's conducted at MG Auditorium in VIT Chennai, and it starts day after tomorrow on Sunday from 8 to 9 September. Starts from 2 p.m. and it's an overnight event. It starts at 2 p.m. on Sunday and goes on till 4 p.m. the next day. And don't worry about the overnight stay. Yeah, we would be giving you refreshments also. So it's conducted by Vishal Kumar, bro. Like he's a fourth year senior. Like he got placed at UBS now. And also the second day would be thought about web exploitation. And yeah, Vishal will teach you about MERN stack application. Like if you guys don't know what a MERN stack is, uh, M is for MongoDB, E is for Express, which is backend, and Mongo is for database. And React is, yeah, just now Aditya told you, right, about the Flappy Chef website. So you use React rather than a HTML CSS. Like React is like a daddy of HTML CSS. It's modular and easy to make websites with React. And you would also use Node.js like to host the server. You use live server, right? Like you would use Node.js for that. So, and on the second day, Abhishek will teach you about web exploitation and how to hack a website live. So, don't worry about whether you are a beginner or something. Like in the end of the event, you will be leaving with a full one stack application, like how to make one. So, don't worry about being a beginner or something. Like you just attended this event, right? So, that would be enough. And regarding what you will get is like you will get a proof of learning, e-certificate. You can put it on your LinkedIn, and also, you'll get refreshments, so don't worry about sleeping or something in the overnight stay. And you'll be given OD on Monday also. So don't worry about missing classes. Like give you OD. And also, we conduct a capture the flag event, which is like a cybersecurity event. So you will also get prize pool for winning it, and you have to pay 199 rupees for the event. Don't think too much about spending 199. You're going to learn something, so don't think much about spending on it. Like, it doesn't much, to be honest. So scan this if you want to join the event. And if you have any other doubts, you can ask in the group also. We'll clarify regarding the event. But I'll let Aditya take over. Sorry for disturbing you.
Thank you, Sairam. Also, guys, actually, Sairam, can you share that QR code again? Register because actually very cool experience. Okay. Sairam, can you share that QR again? Or can
Sure,
you
sir.
send it on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'll send it.
Yeah. Guys, join, okay. Overnight event MG is always fun. Okay. Very cool this one to join. I remember my hackathons and CTF don't go on to it to win because you also know you're going to lose. I also know you're going to lose. If you win, that's amazing. If you lose, goated experience. And especially for in first year itself, you're having all these experiences. It'll be a lot of fun. So join this, have fun.
Yeah, guys, you just explore like what path you want to take, like DSC or development or cyber security or whatever. So just to get an intro about which domain you want to go on, like You just have to try it out, right? So just try these out. Like you'll be learning development and also cyber security. Like if this is your thing, like you just learn more about it. Or if it's not your thing, or if you want to learn something else like blockchain or CP, like you can go to that. So just try it out. Nothing wrong. Right?
So yeah, join the event.
Okay.
Learn
Yeah.
Merge Stack, then join our club web dev
Will you
department.
teach? You
They'll be
teach.
teaching that. Yes, they will be teaching Merge Stack for the first half, and second half will be teaching you about uh, these
Web
capture the
expert.
flag and web exploitation.
Fine.
Okay, thank you, Sarah.
Done.
Okay, let's go back now to this thing. Yes. Okay, so where did we reach? We got almost everything done, right? Our website is like 90% complete. Congratulations, everyone. We have clicking puts all your coins in the right place. So almost done. What's left? Guess, guess, guess. Tell me fast. What's left?
It's looking.
Reset on winning. Yes, reset is very important. But like, yeah, condition to win or lose first, right? If you just restart the game when I win, then point lost. You have to make the person who won get like a screen to know that he won, that he can like, go tell his friend also, no, useless, how bad are you? I can defeat you so easily. Need to have a winner declare screen, yes. So, like you guys said, those are the 3 points that are left to do now. So, well done, guys. You put all 3 points there. So, I'm going to copy your points here. Condition to win or lose. Winner declare. And reset on winning. These are the 3 things that are left for us. Right. So let's start with condition to win or lose. How are we going to do this? Let's go back to our code. Where's the other half? Yes. What happens when you win? We need to check if you're winning. How do we check? We check every place here, every cell. What we'll do is we'll check if there's a coin there first. Once we check if there's a coin there, we're going to check up if there's 4 coins of that same color. If there is, good. If not, we go right. Okay. If no, then we go diagonal like this. Okay. And now we do this in all fours. Up, down, left, right, diagonal like this, diagonal like this. Okay. So let me show this. This is our board. Oops. This is our board. What do we want to check? We want to check if this piece we are checking. We want to check up. Oh my God, that was terrible. We want to check up. We want to check down. We want to check right. We want to check left. We want to check your diagonal like this. And we want to check your diagonal like this, this, and this. Right. These are all the directions that you could be winning from. Now, do we always have to check all of these directions? No, because see, if I was going to win from this direction, then I could check from this piece onwards like this, right? So you'll be repeating if you check all the directions. So what we're going to do is for every piece, we're going to check up, we're going to check right, we're going to check this diagonal, and we're going to check this diagonal. Okay. Now you're asking, what if this diagonal had an answer? For this piece, we're going to check up, right? And then when we check this diagonal, we check if it's solved or not, right? Did you guys understand all this logic for how we are going to be checking? Give me like a hand raise if you understood. Hand raises, come on, only 8 it went. I want at least 10 hand raises if it's a yes. Nice. So what are the things we're going to check? Somebody message, send it in the messages. What directions are we going to check? If 6655665544 were already existing, we inserted a question. Sorry, 665544 was already existing. We added in 33. We're not going to just check from 33. We're going to check every coin here. And when we check 66, it's going to check here, na? Horizontal, vertical, diagonal. Yes. Gautam, your thing would be actually more efficient. I agree. But like to make it simpler, we're just going to make you check for everything. Okay. Yeah. So after this session is over, you guys can take it as a challenge to make it more efficient. But for now, we're checking only 3 directions like this. Also, wait, where did one screenshot disappear off to? Okay, there you go. We have it back. Okay, let's go back to our code. So now, how are we going to check that? We are going to have a function check win. Okay. What are we going to do for this? We're going to go for each for I'm too lazy to type that. I'm just going to copy from here. Basically, we are copying the 2 for loops. We don't need this. We don't need any of this. And we don't need this. Okay. We have 2 for loops now. What is this going to do? We're going to go through everything from here like this, this, right? For each of these, what are you going to do? We are going to go in 4 directions. Up, right, diagonal leftwards, diagonal rightwards, right? So how do you move? We're going to make an array for that. Moves, okay? That's not how, yeah. Moves is, one way you could move is to go up. How do you go up? You do 1, 0. Not 1, 0, you do 0, 1. And this is also the wrong bracket. Okay. What is 0, 1? 0, -1 actually. What is the meaning of 0, -1? 0, -1. Move x 0 times, y -1. What's the meaning of that? If I'm here, my x is, wait, let's not say that. Let's say this. Okay. My x coordinate is my I value. My I value is over here. It's going to be, someone tell me what is my I and j value here. And let's not call this x. Let's call this I, j. Okay. Tell me my I and j value for this place, not the what, not where it came, where my mouse is. What's the I value here? 4, 4. I and j values 3, 3 because index starts from 0. Yeah. Okay. So it's 3, 3. So what is the index of this? Quick. 2, 3. Yes. So it's 2, 3, not 3, 2. So how do you go up? Thanks. Now I realize this was wrong. This is -1, 1. I was right first time. So what is this? When you go up, your I value reduces by 1 and your j value stays the same. Right? So 1, 2, 3. That. So this is the upwards move. Okay, up. Now next is what we want to go right. How do you go right? I want to go right from here. This is 3, 3. Yes. What is this place? Quick, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That's not 0, 1. What? I mean, yeah, the answer is 0, 1. But like this place is 3, 4. So you increase by 0, 1. What's the next one? Since you guys are giving answer directly, I'll directly write it. Next one, let's say diagonal right. Let's say upright. So that makes, yeah. What are we going to move for this? 1, 1. Yes. And what is diagonal up left? Minus 1, minus 1, 1. Are you sure? The first one is I. Yes, it is minus 1, 1. Diagonal up left. You're right. So now how are we going to check if we are correct? How we can check if we are correct is
with console.
yes.
Console.
We do console
log.
dot log pieces 6 minus 1 and no, let's not say 6. 3, 3. 3 minus 1, 3. So which one is that going to be? Nice. That is one above my 3, 3. Right? This is my 3, 3. This is one above. Good. What's the next one? 3, 3 plus 1. Right? What is this? Yes, this is 1 to the right of that. Nice. What's the next one? Plus 1 plus 1. So 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1. No, this is wrong, right? This went down. This is supposed to be minus 1, minus 1. No, minus 1, plus 1. Yes. This is minus 1, plus 1. Nice. Now we went top right, which means what is supposed to be the thing for top left? Quick. Yes. Huh? It's not 1, minus 1. Minus 1, 1. Because you are looking at it in terms of x and y coordinates. We are looking at it in terms of I and j, right? So the first one is the row. So technically, if you look at it mathematically, we are putting y coordinate first and x coordinate next.
क्या बोल रहा था? अभिनव नहीं है ना? तो पूछना आया था. बताते नहीं थे वो. ऐसे ही चला गया. मतलब छुट्टी तो ली होगी?
Minus 1, minus 1. Good.
नहीं बता दिया वो तो.
Mute.
मैंने घर में गया, डोर को ऐसे खोला, डोर भड़ाक से चढ़ा, वो ऐसे घूर रहा है मेरे को.
Okay, I muted him. Wow. Anyways, yes. So now did you guys understand these 4 moves? Raise your hand if you understood that. Hey, we had only peak of 9. Okay, nice. 10 people plus understood. Okay. So now we got all of our moves done. So what we have to do is for each of these pieces, for that doesn't work either. K equal to 0. How many types of moves do we have? 4 types of moves. So K is up to 4 and K is up to 3. K plus plus. So very deep loop, right? Annoying. Wait, let's not make this another loop. I feel like you'll get annoyed. Could you show again? Yeah, wait, I'll show it. I'll console.log all of them, okay? This is 3, 3, not 3, 3, sorry. Piece is 3, 3. One more we need. Yeah. 3, 3, 3 minus 1. Second one is untouched. This one is 3 plus 1. This one is plus 1 and minus 1. And this one is minus 1 and minus 1. Okay. So if we inspect this, let me move this to the bottom so that you can see this clearer. Yeah. 3, 3 is this. 3 minus 1, 3 is this, which is just above this. 3, 3 is this. 3, 3 plus 1 is this, which is to the right. Right. Okay. 3, 3 is this again. 3 minus 1, 3 plus 1 is diagonally to the right, up left. I mean, upright. No, it's not 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1. It's 3 minus 1, 3 plus 1. Look here. We fixed it while we were going through. And the last one is 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, which is up left. Okay. Bhavik, did you understand now? Okay. Let this just be there as reference. So now, what are we going to do? What we're going to do is, for each of these, we'll do this as well. Let k equal to 0, k less than 4, k plus plus. Okay. Now k is going to go through our moves. Okay. So if, oh wait, no. This loop should actually be on the outside. Oops. Yeah. So now what is this monstrosity of a nested for loop doing? This one is iterating through all moves. Okay. This one is going to iterate through all rows. And this one is going to iterate through all columns. Okay. So did you understand what these 3 for loops are doing? Okay. So what are we going to do now? For each piece, for this set of moves, what are we going to do? Check win with, let's not do check win. Let's do compare with count. Not that, what? Okay. Count I, j, and k of 0, k of 1. Okay. This might look a bit confusing, but trust me, this will help you with making it seem easier once we get done with this. So function count. Okay. What is I going to be? I is the row. So row, column. Okay. So this is the row and column of the piece that we're going to check. Let's call this not count. Let's call this check piece. One sec. Yeah. Unfortunately for them, they were marketing. Should it be moves k of 0 and moves k of 1? Yes. Good job. K of 1. Okay, so what is this going to be? Row is I, column is j. What is moves k of 0 going to be? How much I? Okay. How much to change I? How much j? Going to tell us how much to change j. Okay. Let's not call it like that. Let's call it change row, change column. Okay. Is k somewhere defined? Yes, k is here, the outermost loop. And k is going from 0 to 4. So that when k is 0, we do for this move. So we are checking upwards. When k is 1, we check for rightwards. When k is minus 1, 1. I mean, when k is 2, we check for diagonal upright. And when k is 3, we check for diagonal up left. Do you get it, Neeraj? Okay. So now we are going to check each of these pieces. How are we going to check it? P. This is how we're going to do it. Wait, no, let's not do it like this. Shit. Let's do while row greater than 0. Okay. And not greater than or equal to 0. Call greater than or equal to 0. Change greater row less than or equal to 6. What is the meaning of this? What's the meaning of this is we're just going to make sure that while the row and column are within our boundaries, okay, and yeah, that's enough actually. So while this row and column are between our boundaries, what we're going to do is we're going to have a variable called moves, not moves, let's call it steps. Okay, initially 0. What are we going to do? We are also going to do const to check is equal to pieces row call dot query selector of red. Hmm. Let's also add one more thing here. Check when of yeah. Okay. Now what is this thing going to do? What is this to check going to do? And means and yes. That's how you write and in JavaScript. Okay. I think in Python you just write A and D, but in JavaScript it's and. So what is this going to do? This is whenever I call this check piece, it's going to check if this piece is the piece of the player that is there. Okay. So while the player space is there, okay, so you have to make sure that we are only checking for this place, right? Red can't win in yellow's chance. So while this is also true, what are we going to do? If pieces row dot row call row plus change row and call plus change call. I think this is going to be very confusing for now. Trust me, I'll finish it, then you'll kind of understand it. Okay. Okay, so what are this weird function doing, right? So what are we doing is first we are setting this variable called steps to 0. Okay, and then we check if this piece is the player's piece. So let me come back to my board. Why is everything broken? Why is everything broken? Okay. I place a red here, I place yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red. Okay. What's going to happen? Suppose this is for just suppose we are checking for right weights. Okay. Let me screenshot this. Okay. So let's drop this here. Okay. Suppose I'm checking right ways. Okay. I check every place here, 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 here. I check all of these. And I finally check all of these. All of these are not having red, right? So this to check is going to be false for all of them, right? Because since it's red's turn and these are not red, it's just going to keep failing. This loop will never execute, right? Because this condition is failing. This is going to give us false. To check not equal to null. Okay, let's do this again. Okay. So what this does is while we don't have a red piece, we just keep going, we keep going. Now finally we reached a red piece, right? What do we do once we reach this red piece? What do we do once we reach this red pieces? What is our change call at that time? We have row call. Our row is going to be 6 because this is in row number 6. Our column is going to be 2. Okay. And since I'm telling you this, I'm just telling you, we are going to go sideways. Our change row is going to be, what is it to go right? This one, right? 0, 1. Change row is going to be 0 and change column is going to be 1, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to start from 6, 2. Is 6 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. Is 2 greater than or equal to 0? Yes. Is 6 less than or equal to 6? Yes. Is 6 less than or equal to, is 2 less than or equal to 6? Yes. And is this red copies? Yes. So since that is true, if is this thing going to be true? Steps will be 1, by the way. Yeah. Is this going to be true? Wait, let's do something even simpler. Let's do this. Oh, okay. What are we doing now? If is pieces row call, is pieces 6 to a red? Yes. So steps will become 1. Okay. What is next? Now, so steps increased. Row, what happened to row? Row we are going to change by how much? 0. So row will still stay 6. What happened to column? Column gets increased by 1. So now my column is going to become 3. So which is this piece? Is this piece is this piece part of red? Yes. This should be not equal to null. Okay. So is this red? Yes. So that will increase the steps again. We'll go again to the side. Is this red? Yes. Steps increasing again. We go to the side. Is this red? Yes. Steps increase again. We go to the side. Is in this. Is this a red piece? No. Right. So it's going to break. And when I break out, what was my steps? Steps was 4. So since steps is greater than or equal to 4, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. Did you guys get this? Raise your hand if you understood this. Only 2 people understood. Okay, since so few repeat. Okay, I'll repeat. So in this example itself, this check piece function is going to get called for every set of uh, moves for every row and every column. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that I'm checking for going right side. Okay, at which point my k is equal to 3. 3, right? Going right is 1. K is equal to 1. Okay, I'm just going to show you for the example k is equal to 1. When k is equal to 1, we start from I0. We have to check if what is this query selector doing is it is going to check if pieces row column is having is having a point with the class red. Right? You guys know this part. Did you understand this part? Can you raise your hand if you understood so much? Only 4 people understood so much. Raise your hand if you understood. If not, at least tell in chat. I'll repeat. 8, 9, come on, one more. Okay, 10, 11 people. Nice. That means I can continue. So this, what it's doing? Checking if the piece at row column is of the player. So does this piece belong to player? Is it red? No. Is this piece red? No. This piece red? No. We're going to keep doing that. We go here, we go like this, then we go like this, then we go like this, and we do like this, 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 and then finally we reach here. Okay. When we reach here, our row is 6, our column is 2. Okay. Now, our change row for k is equal to 1 was 0, 1, right? So our change row is going to be 0, our change column is going to be 1. Did you guys understand until here? Raise your hand if you understood. Quick. Okay, since you guys understood, I'll continue. So what do we do now? We make sure that this is within the limits. It is within the limits. While we are within these limits, what are we going to do is if this is red, yes, we increase steps by 1. So now my steps is 1. Now what? We change the row and column by change call. So we go next. Is this red? Yes. So my steps is going to increase by 1. Now we do the same thing again. And we do the same thing one last time. Now our steps is 4. Now we came here. Our this one is no longer red, right? So we'll break out of the loop and we return true because steps is more than 4. If not, it's false. Okay. So what are we going to do now? So if this thing is true, we return true. Okay. And if we go through all conditions and we don't get true anywhere, we return false. Okay. So after we place a coin, we swap before we swap the player. Let's check win. Okay. And let's do one simple thing. If check win is true, let's bring up an alert. Okay. Let's say hi for now to test. Okay. You might wonder what's an alert. If this function works, you'll get to see. Okay. So let's play, let's play, let's play. Nice. Works. Cool, right? Did you guys understand so far? Raise your hand if you understood. Okay, looks like most of you understood. So what is this alert going to do? It's going to bring up a JavaScript this box here if you call this, and it'll give you the content here. Now let's make this more dynamic. Let's say player wins. Red wins. Let's add the space. Nice. Cool, right? With that, we should be done. Let's test it once more with another angle. Red wins. Nice. One more angle. Nice. It works with this as well. And it works in this angle. So did you guys understand this? Did you at least understand this part? If win is true, you give an alert saying this player wins. Give me a hand raise if you understood this if statement. Then since we have time, I can explain through your winning condition loop again. Yeah. So let me explain this check win condition again. Okay. What are you going to do? Let me screenshot this part. Okay. So let me paste this here. Let's come here. What are we doing? We are going to iterate through all of these boxes. Does this have red? Yes or no? Quick, quick, quick. Send in chat. Yes or no? Does this have red? Chat guys, does it have a red? Okay, complete end portion of your JavaScript. Okay, let me do that. Yeah. Okay, so see, what is this doing? We are going to check through all of these pieces, going like this, and then this, and then this, until we hit a red. Or if it's the yellow's chance, until we hit a yellow. Okay. Once we do hit that color, we're going to check first. We're going to check if up. So is there any more reds? No. So it's going to fail. Okay. So this is going to fail. Then we're going to continue like this. We come here. For this, we go up, but it's only two. So it's going to fail again. For this, if you go up, it's only one. So it fails. Then you check and you do the same for everything for checking upwards. Okay. All of these fail because there's no upwards winning, right? Next, what you're going to do? Next, you're going to check for right ways. Why am I not a member of the chat? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Can you confirm if you can hear me? Okay. Since you raised your hand, I'm guessing you can hear me. So next we check sideways, which also fails everywhere. Then we check diagonal upwards, which also fails everywhere. And then finally we check diagonal like this. And in which when we do for this, it's just one. So it fails. When we do for this, these two. So it fails. We do for this, it's three. And finally, after checking this also failing, we reach here, we see that four of them are there. Our win condition passes. Okay. Can you guys raise your hand if you understood this? For some reason, my meeting chat seems to be blocked. I don't know why. So I'll just send you guys the JavaScript code in WhatsApp. So I hope you guys understood this. Can you raise your hand if you understood everything so far? One more person understands, we'll reach 10. My target will be done. Oh, only 9 people understood. Hard luck. Okay, nice. 11 people seem to have understood. Congratulations then, guys. We all made our own JavaScript game. Red one. Let's try this for yellow. Actually, I realized I never tried a yellow winning game. Yellow wins. Nice. So, guys, congratulations to all of you. Uh, we just made Connect 4. Can you all raise your hand and keep dropping it? It's like VA pumping your hands in the air. Nice. Congratulations. We all made Connect 4 on JavaScript. Don't leave yet. We are trying to figure out how to fix this chat thing. Then we will continue and add other cool shit. But until then, core functionality is over. You can all celebrate. We will get this chat to start working. Any of you guys have any idea how to fix this? You can't say. You are blocked from sharing video also. Give me a second, guys. Let's go. Chat is back. I don't know who fixed it, but goat. Thanks. Wait, did you guys also have like that chat issue where you were getting the you are not part of this chat? Yeah, sure, bro. Hackers. Our event's so popular, people started hacking us. No, how did you guys not get that issue, bro? I was an organizer, I got that issue. Wow. Okay, so congratulations. Do you have anything still left as a doubt? Maybe in like the win conditions? Yeah, bro, we'll be coder and hacker after joining our event. It is getting quite late, so yeah, congratulations. You are basic front-end developers. Of course, I just slid an ad, bro. Will you come an event? Yes. I'm not going to be like a presenter, but like I'll probably show up, say hi. Will we get e-certificate? Yes. Since you attended, you will get e-certificate by next week. Yes. Hey, I'll come up. I'll come. I'll say hi. I'll go. Can you share your GitHub profile? Yeah, sure. Okay, guys. Also, is that before we start chatting normal stuff, is there any doubts? Okay, we are back. Okay. Uh, no doubts. Nice. How will we get certificate? You will get certificate on um, mail, I think. I'm honestly not sure, but I'm guessing it's mail. We'll update you in like the WhatsApp group about that. So don't leave the WhatsApp groups you're in until you get your certificate at least. Recording, we will give you the recording. It will be on Teams anyways. How to post your websites on the internet? Good question. I'll show you that once like the full formal event is over. We're going to have like a vote of thanks. So yeah, same here. Yes, I'll show you that. Sir, is there any good platform or course to practice coding languages more? Uh, it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to do difficult questions that will challenge you? Then you can do something like lead code. Okay. I have notoriously not touched lead code much until this sem and kind of becoming painful. I'm still jobless. If you're very good in DSA, in VAT, you will get a job. So like, yeah. If not, to just randomly do join clubs, work in clubs, you'll practice a lot of core languages, whatever the club is doing. And one suggestion to you, keep moving clubs, keep doing work in clubs as long as you're learning. You're in college, you're not here in the club for, I mean, you are in the club for fun, but like you're not here in the club because you owe the club anything or the club owes you anything. You're just learning. Club is getting advantage out of your learning. And Gautam, your thing will not work in this situation. I'll show you this. No, Versal lets you host how many other times you want, bro. Look at my Versal profile. Yeah. Yeah, Gautam, I'll show you one test case where your thing is not going to work once I show this. Yeah, look at this, bro. I have 4 things hosted on Vercel. You have no issues with that. And Gautam, look at this. Uh, yeah, your test case is going to fail. Oops, wait, not that. Your test case would have failed if you did this. If you put a piece in the middle, your thing won't work because you're only checking for all 4 directions starting from here. Na? But what if I place this piece last? Now I have to check 1 here and 2 here. One Among Us will soon replace you. See, not next year at least. And after that, I'm out of this college. So whatever. Your wallpaper looks cool. Oh, my wallpaper is from Wallpaper Engine. I paid for it. Not for the wallpaper, for the app. And no, I'm not that rich. I just made money off of selling CSGO skins that I got for free. I was addicted to it at a point. Let's see. Can I show you guys my Steam profile? Yeah, I used to enjoy CSGO. Now I don't have time. Hey, not CSGO gambling. Any tips for VIT CSE students? If you're in CSE, you're getting placements more. Unfortunately, that is how things happen. So learn DSA. If you want job, learn DSA. If you want to enjoy, join clubs, do stuff, do personal projects, play some sport. You will meet a lot of people through that. Oh, it's an app called Wallpaper Engine. I'll show it to you. I'm logging into Steam right now. You know, it's, yeah, my home. Yeah, see, 750 hours of playtime. I used to play a lot. And this is the app, not this is the app I use for my wallpaper. Very cool app. Hey, also, bro, where's the vote of thanks guy? Laptop recommendation for AI. I yep, either spend like a lot and buy a laptop with like a good 3060, like I don't know, 40 series means 4050 or something, or buy any laptop and run on cloud. Half the people are using Kaggle, others use Google Colab. Kali Next Pro doesn't matter. I use Omen. I love this laptop. So that's all I can say. I multi-boot on this. It handles it very well. Okay, nice. Now we are going to have our vote of thanks. We'll go back to chat after that. I invite uh, Arjun.
Yeah, thank you, Aditya.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining in. I hope in the past 3 days you have learned the basics of front end. And if you want to delve deep into back end, join us on our Code and Conquer event in the weekend. And as Aditya said, you can just do personal projects, work on it, and learn front end on your own. And and the basic skills that you have learned in the past 3 days will definitely help you. Thank you for joining in, guys.
Thank you, Arjun. And with that, to everybody, the main event is over, so you guys can leave. Anybody who wants to stay back for just chatting time pass, you can continue. I will continue on chat for a while until I get bored. But with that, event is over. Congratulations, everyone. You made a Connect 4 game with the help of Code Chef. Remember our club. Remember your good events and all. You can leave if you're done. Give me like 2 minutes. Hey, yo, wait, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, damn. How is my WhatsApp not working but Teams working? That's so weird. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, ignore my WhatsApp being terrible. Also, if any of you do have wallpaper engine rich people, uh, ah, don't you have, why is it not opening? Give me a sec. Oh, yeah, finally opened. Uh, also, yeah, I have two monitors. My, I have one monitor and my laptop screen, so that's why you got that option. That's also why it's easy to stream and chat with you guys. I'm using this watching the universe purple. That's my wallpaper for this. And my other display has this space void as the wallpaper. PC, I do not want to talk about how much it cost, but it's an Omen with 3060 from 3 years back. Okay. I have confusion joining a club needs some prerequisites. We freshers don't even know that thing we want these. Hey, see, if your club is asking you very advanced things, that probably means they have a lot of members already. Okay. And see, you can join how many ever clubs you want, but if you want to join a club that will help you learn, then find out from your friends. Like usually what happens is if a club is asking you, where's my paint again? I feel weird explaining stuff without drawing something. Okay. See, if a club is asking you questions of like this level, then it means either two things. Okay, like every other club is going to ask you. Let's start from start. Every other club is asking questions of this level. One particular club is asking this level questions. Okay, there's two things that could happen. Either one, that club is just pulling you in to make you do work. Okay, which is bad. You do not want to join a club like that. One more thing your club could be here for is joining a club with this level questions because they will teach you stuff to this level. Okay, that is very nice, and getting that is very hard. CodeChef is a club like this. Okay, we are. I remember asking React questions to people in my recruitments. Okay, and now we are making people. We are going to make people do Redux and so like that. I remember even CP department being like that. They had difficult questions, but like that's because they do weekly solutions and all. So there's that. So keep in mind of that. And I mean, you can always prepare from YouTube. You can learn from reading documentations and fill feedback form, by the way. Are we done with the bootcamp? Yes, we are done with the entire bootcamp. There's no more JavaScript sessions. Uh, there's going to be just chatting for time pass. We do have intrusion tomorrow, which is cybersecurity bootcamp. I think that's also free. And we have our main event, Code and Conquer, Sunday, Monday. Interestingly enough, if you started with before this session not knowing HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and somehow you were able to catch up so far, you learned HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Practice a bit tomorrow. Uh, Try optimizing solutions. Try making a calculator, whatever. Then after that, go for like our event on Sunday, which should ideally teach you MERN stack. Then suddenly you went from to use this graph. You go from here, nothing, to HTML, CSS is here. Learning MERN stack brings you all the way here. If you know MERN stack, you're getting into the web dev department of any club in this college, basically. First years that also this much knowledge, you're in. Club I want to join has been inactive all the while. Don't tell me which club that is. Uh, I feel like I'll have bad repercussions if I shit talk any club. Every club in VIT, very nice, for sure. You're in third year, when and all is a campus inter. Why do you have to ask me that? I do not have campus interviews happening. I qualified for many tests, but not for interviews. I didn't do DS. But it's okay. I did an internship in a good company. They want me back. So I don't get paid a lot from VIT college. This one's I'll probably go back to that company. So that looks terrible. That looks like Angry Birds. Yeah. So tomorrow we have intrusion. Yes. Same time, I don't know. I think so.